Hello, my name's Heather and this is Lou. We're Ascension Explorers and we want to talk to you tonight about the continuation, which is a Pleiadian activation that's it's arrived via us, via our friends from the Pleiades who helped seed our DNA. And it was about 2008, I think, that we first met Platorans, who came through Lou, and he was rather an interesting character, very wise, very balanced and very clear. And we've revisited him recently because of my my feeling that I really wanted to bring this activation through, and knowing that now was the time. I was ready, basically. So we put up our hands.
Yeah, you put up your hand and I kind of like said, okay, well, if you're in there, it'll be me that brings the channel through, but that's cool.
Yeah.
And it was like, yeah, no, it was interesting to feel Platoran, the energy of Platorans again, and realise that what was coming through was something not just uniquely individual, as in just assisting you, but it was, to be placed out there on the table, so to speak,
for everybody. It's for anybody and everybody who resonates. This is for those who are ready. So I think we're going to talk to Platoran soon.
Yeah, well, he's pretty close.
So I'm just going to breathe, and then we'll get to talk to some of our friends that have received the continuation activation recently, and they'll be talking, and who knows what Platorans is going to ask them. So I'll just get into some breath and just hang on a minute. And those of you that are sensitive, you might like to just tune in at this stage. Even though we're on a video, you're watching this maybe later, everything's in the now. Just feel in and sense, those of you that sense or experience colours or anything like that, just have a feel in about this energy that's coming through now at this time. See what you experience.
And I greet you. I am Platorans. I welcome you into this space, and I thank you for welcoming me into your space. So we are gathered here for a purpose of, what is the intent of this night?
Well, the intent is to talk about the continuation and maybe ask questions that have arisen from our own continuations. And there are a couple here that, or at least one here, that's also two of us actually, that have energy facilitated this. And had that experience. The intent is actually just communicating to people what the continuation is about, and
so
what is all this about.
Would you prefer me to ask the questions, or would you prefer to ask the questions of me?
Both. Let's do a bit of both.
Well, let us open up the debate, shall we say. This reminds me of the shall we say, the classroom, if you wish to use it, of the scholars I have, where we would gather in groups and we would discuss points of reference. And so this is no strange setting for me. So come ask your questions and we will answer them as much as we can. I say we because I have brought many with me. There is, as always, when there is a chance for my students that I am currently monitoring and being mentored to, I will bring them an energy to gatherings such as this, so they may see the energy of the human as it partakes of that which is the universal energy around it. So please, do not be shy.
So the continuation has a real Pleiadian flavour, and it's you guys that are your energies from the Pleiades. Why is this that have come to assist us at this time?
The question is that the continuation is a Pleiadian flavour or creation, is this right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And why? I mean, how did this come about?
It has always been. For long times in your Earth years, we have given you tools. We have given directions, if you wish to call it, step-by-step programs to gain knowledge, to release yourself from parts and parcels of yourself. And yet many of you seem to walk the path for a certain period of time, and then you get stuck. You feel that no longer are these working for you, no longer is this activating within you. You feel let down, you feel that you are spinning out of time, so to speak. And so you go on to the next best thing, and the next best thing, and the next best thing, until you have all the information, but still you are spinning empty wheels. I believe that is a correct saying. And all the continuation is to take all that you have learned, is to bring it into your awareness, that you do not need to keep going on to the next thing, but you can reach back and you can take the activations, you can take the steps, you can take the tunements and the notes of music that you play within yourself, and you can reignite them by intent, reignite them by voicing that which is your own energy and bringing them into a point of reference. As I have described to some of you, you have the funnel, and all that you have learnt and corrected with and allowed to connect into your space is still floating around here. And the funnel just brings it down into a source of condensed work within your own energy that you're able to activate and work with. And as you know, with anything, as you begin to utilize and begin to work with these areas, especially when you give fresh intent, things begin to work. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, that answers the question, yep.
So when you say give fresh intent, is that at the time that we did the continuation, or is that any time after the continuation?
Both in the continuation and any time after. That is why it is called the continue.
So by giving fresh intent to the same thing again, it just sort of reactivates it?
Say for argument's sake, you 20 years ago decided that you were going to do the 50 steps of self-awareness, and you got to step 49 and decided that this did not work and it was a waste of time. But you have taken the 49 steps and you have studied them and you have all the knowledge, but it is not sitting within your energy activated because you have decided it is no use. You can remember all that knowledge and you can say, I choose to allow that to activate within me in this moment. It can bring that in. It is not just a missed potential, as I believe that others have mentioned, but it is just that which is sitting within you, already in many ways functioning in your energy, helping you balance, helping you come into alignment with that which you are requesting from the universal energy. But all you are doing is now making an active acknowledgement that this is within your energy, within your time, within that which is you, and you can then access that information, even though you may have previously, because of that which is the human way, sometimes just given up on something, because perhaps it is too long or too hard. This is a way of saying, well, you have already this in your system. You have not activated it. In this continuation, you are giving your intent to bring that which you have already learned into this moment to assist you in that which is your journey. Bringing you, and even you may have done the 50 steps, you have done everything, and you have gone and you have still felt maybe 6 months later that it did not work for you. So you have forgotten it. Oh, well, maybe that was not for me. Maybe it is this that is for me. Maybe it is this that is for my resonation. Maybe I need to do this, maybe I need to do that. So you try many different things over the next 20 years. And then you hear somebody that says, but you can take all of these. And with intent you can reignite them. And you think, well, why did I spend all that time doing that? And I have to say, I don't.
So you're saying that, it sounds to me like you're saying you don't actually need the continuation. You just need to give the intent.
This is true, you could look at it at that point. Then I would say to you that those who do the continuation through intent without actually understanding what they are doing it is like, as I have given, it is a case of me saying to you, here is a stick of dynamite. Go and play. And you're not knowing the full potential of what the dynamite can do. Because what you are now going to do is you have now, this is why we have facilitators, because facilitators cannot fix anything within you. All they do is they help the energy, the universal energy, come to a point where you, the receiver, are able to access all the parts and parcels of that which is your intent. Realizing that there are pieces within you, in your history, in your life, in your energy, that can be activated. You do not want to activate everything at the same time. If you do, you may have what is called an emotional meltdown. It is not wise to do this. Because in releasing many things, there may be much, the humans have a tendency to truly release when they choose to release. And sometimes it can be a little emotional with all the things that have been hidden in the cellular levels, etc., etc., etc. It is very beautiful to watch an energy that has the information and then take the intent to release a particular series and see them do that and watch it with an ease, release them from the energy, no longer needing that, and then move on, because that is like the beauty of their energy is beginning to then expand instead of just an explosion. So the reason we say that it is necessary, and this is why we say it is not necessary to keep going back. It is necessary to have at least one. You may feel that you need to receive another through facilitation for assistance. But if you keep going back, then it is the job of the facilitator to say, no, wait. This is something that you are able to sit with within yourself because you have the understanding of what it is that you are doing. This is why I have been very categorical, I believe the word is, that it is not a repetitive thing. Because you are your own healers. You just have to remember. You are your own igniters. You just have to remember. And sometimes we need the outside assistance to bring that remembrance to us. Then once we have relearned how to work it, relearned how to activate it, relearned how to reignite the passion, the story, whatever it is that we are looking at within ourselves, then there is no need to keep going back to one that will teach you all the time.
So you could, once you've had the continuation, say you do get a few months down the track and think, I haven't really achieved what I wanted to achieve, can you at that stage just give intent to sort of reactivate the download of the information that's coming in?
If you feel within your own energy you are able to stand within that space and you are strong enough, yes, absolutely.
Or alternatively, go back for another session at that point.
Absolutely.
So it's a bit like a back doctor or a chiropractor or an osteopath. They put you on the road, for example, with the healing facilitation.
Ah, yes.
And if you feel like you need to go back for another adjustment, you can.
Yes.
But not to keep relying on that.
Yes.
Because, so, yeah.
If you rely on someone, you are never going to improve. You see.
Which brings us right back to that point of which we know, which is coming back to heal thyself, the self-empowerment thing which we're all aware of.
Indeed. You are all your own masters and your own directors of your own ships and your own energy fields. Excuse me.
I think that's the thing that that's been made very clear with the continuation, is that everybody that we work with, what is your intent? And the intent is the most potent thing, and it's probably announced a couple of times, and we also announce it as we're working with the receiver that we call them. And we're always very clear in saying we are just the energy facilitators and we're tapping into the universal energy. So can you explain about tapping into the universal energy and also what the work that we're doing with the energy body? Because